everybody is well and healthy and recovered from the Thanksgiving holiday. As you can see, I am out in nature, or at least focusing on nature, for this month's special video. And if you know me, this month's video is something that I'm very, very passionate about. And it's a big myth and misunderstanding that a lot of people have, especially this time of year as we enter the shorter days and cooler days. And that myth is cold weather makes us sick, which it doesn't. In fact, it actually is better for us. The problem is we are so focused on being comfortable, we lock ourselves up inside during the fall and winter, jack up the heat to stay warm, and just keep on breathing the same humid moist air inside over and over. And guess what? That's where viruses like to grow, because you're inside, it's humid, it's the same air, you're not getting any fresh air. The reason why people are getting sick is during the fall and the winter is because they're retreating indoors and they're jacking up the heat in an attempt to stay warm to avoid catching the cold, which is actually counterproductive. As you can see by my shirt, or my hoodie, it's a Colorado themed hoodie. And then one of the most interesting things about Colorado is it's one of the fittest states in America. And Colorado Springs is like the top 5 healthiest cities. And it can get pretty cold there. I have been in Colorado when it's been like 5 to 10 degrees below zero outside, and watching people run outside in their running gear with dogs in the snow. It's fun. It's just a lifestyle, and the people don't get sick because they are outside in the element. It's not humid. They're not breathing the same air over and over. Just like with, as you see the tree behind me, with the trees and everything else, cold weather actually makes nature and viruses go a little bit dormant. I mean, that's why bears hibernate during the winter. It's not about being cold, getting sick. What makes us sick is avoiding the cold. And I know you might be thinking, well, Martin, this shit just doesn't feel good. Well, that's why they make clothing and gloves and masks to help us be a little bit more comfortable. They're not made to help us keep us from getting sick. They're made to keep us comfortable. I have gone biking in the 20s and teens here in Georgia and not gotten sick. In fact, I rarely get sick because I stay outdoors. For those of you who know me, you know I bike year round. Hence the real reason I put my fall and winter face on, which, I don't know, let me see. You can probably tell how I've been thinning it out a little bit while we've had some warm days. But now that it's starting to get a little bit cooler, I'm going to let it get a little bit thicker, especially for my morning rides when I bike on Saturdays. It may be in the 30s, it may be in the low 40s, or upper 20s, which if it's going to be in the upper 20s, I'll try and bike a little bit later in the morning so it warms up some. And I'll have all my winter gloves on. You've seen the videos of me having winter gloves, my winter biking clothes, my thermals, and all those things. In fact, I went for a bike ride this week and put on my fall biking clothes. This is my first time since last winter putting on my long sleeve biking jersey, my cycling thermal, and my winter cycling bib or pants, onesie, whatever you want to call it. And it was only in the 50s in, but since I wasn't used to biking in the colder weather, I bundled up so I could be a little bit more comfortable. And it was windy too. Now, before you say I'm crazy, let me explain to you why I do it. By getting out biking in these early, cooler days, like in the 50s, 40s, it helps my body and my brain get more acclimated to being outside in the cold temperature. The problem is, most people, instead of getting outside in the cold weather, they retreat indoors, and when they do get outside, have to get outside, it's like temperature shock. Oh, it's so cold. It's nothing. Animals in God's creation, they don't get sick from the cold weather because it's not the cold weather. And just like Coloradans don't get sick a lot in the cold weather because it's not the cold temperatures. We get out and get in it. I mean, playing in the snow, I mean, what can be funner than playing in 1 or 2 feet of light, fluffy snow? And I'll go ahead and admit, the snow in Colorado is nothing like this wet, thick, packed snow in the south. The snow in Colorado is a little bit more fluffier and a lot easier to move in. But my point this month for this video is to bust the myth that cold weather outside makes us sick. So leave a comment in the box, hit the like button, let me know what you think. Let me know if you're one of the paranoid people who avoid going outside in cold temperatures at all costs. Let me know in a nice way whether you disagree or don't want to take this advice. I don't need any hate message or hate comments saying, oh, I hate you, you're crazy. Trust me. Get out. I mean, do you catch a cold when you're inside and it's cold inside? No. Most people get sick inside when they jack up the temperature and the heat, because that's where viruses tend to spread. Just like we saw with COVID, and we see every season, the flu season, when people retreat indoors and they're around other people, especially during the holidays. Everybody's inside where it's warm. Everybody's breathing the same air over and over, and it's warm, and that's how viruses spread. So leave a comment. In fact, on the rare occasions when I do feel bad, nothing makes me feel better than going out for a nice cold walk. I feel my sinuses open up, my throat stops hurting. I've even felt my ears open up, and it's all because I'm out getting that fresh air, and it's like my body's like open up. Oh, finally fresh air, let it in. That's how I try to stay healthy and keep from getting sick during the fall and winter. And I cannot remember the last time I had a cold. It's been probably at least 8 years since I've had a cold. And longer. I think the last time I had a real serious fever other than a reaction to a vaccine was 2009. That was the last time I had a fever, and I ended up having a seizure that year at that time also. So just a little word of advice: don't avoid the cold. And I know you're probably thinking, well, what about cold rains? Do you catch a cold when you take a cold shower? No, because it doesn't make you sick. Cold rain doesn't make you sick. It makes you feel miserable. Trust me, this weekend I want to go biking outside Saturday, but it's supposed to be rainy and in the 60s, possibly upper 50s. I think I'm about to take it inside for a bike ride Saturday. Not because I don't want to get sick, but because I don't want to be out wet, biking for hours on end in the cold. Even with all my fall and winter gear on, I still feel miserable. So that's why I think we'll take it inside this weekend. But hit the like button, leave a comment, let me know what you think about this Mythbuster video for November. Let me know whether or not you think I should start a series on Mythbusters, Martin style, to explore some common myths and misunderstandings people have, whether it's dealing with health, relationships, hobbies. Just let me know. I'm interested in hearing what you have to say. Hit the like button, leave a comment. Have a great day, y'all. Bye-bye.